Hey, what's going on, you guys? My name is Rage, and we are back today actually with a quick and significant update here in regards to the Slick Outbreak event. So I just released a video on this, breaking it down, but since the video has been done, they've actually already gone through and changed the web milestone. So I want to be, give a huge shout out to one of the commentators that pointed this out, because obviously this changes the math, but as well, I don't want to spend too much time going over that because there's only one slight change. So I'll link my video in the description below. I've already linked in and pinned the update there, but what I want to be mindful here, guys, is that there's an opportunity now for you to save actually 2,000 plus power cores, and that's kind of what I want to talk about today. So just as a quick recap, in case you guys aren't aware, this Slick Outbreak event does feature Zombie Juggernaut, his return coming on in just a couple of days here. But as well, if you have Undying members on your team, you're going to be generating some extra points for this event, which makes it quite easy. Why does this matter? Well, it is tied back to the monthly event, right? So if you care about earning more shards of leader and working towards that monthly, and even just getting more Zombie Juggernaut shards, this is going to be important. Also, we also saw details in this blog post that obviously now they're going to be required for the Escape from Kiln, which is coming back actually in a couple weeks here, maybe even as soon as next week for all we know. So just something to be mindful of. If you guys are thinking about skipping this team, well, to progress higher, you may actually need this team now going forward. How do you score in this event? Well, it's the earning of Crimson Tombstones and battling in Alliance War. And to be honest, now that the math has been revised, which I'm going to point out in this video, it doesn't really matter if you're earning these Crimson Tombstones or not. The only advantage I would say is just that you're getting more fragments for an orb, which can obviously give you more shards of zombie jugs. As for the actual scoring part, it doesn't really matter, because what you need to be focused on is in the Alliance War, and a big chunk, 1/3 of it actually coming from the web milestone. I also want to point out that the one target you want to be gunning for in this event is the oil tanker, tied back again to the monthly event. So something to be mindful of there. Now, if I scroll down on this blog post here, Rise of the Beast. So this is the one that has been revised since my video that I was posted, right? So of course it's Decimal Jeff coming into play here, because there's a significant update in points. So with this one, how you would have originally been earning points was fighting in Cosmic Crucible, in addition to spending power cores. And this is what I'm want to share with you guys, because this is a huge opportunity here now to actually save over, I would say, over 2,000 power cores, depending on how easy you want to make this. But let me go ahead and tap here for the event chart and show you what I'm talking about here. So in my original video that I just released here, all these Slick Outbreak points was actually in the 100s. This second column here only amounted to 5,000 points in total. And as you can see now, if you're counting down every one of these single milestone points, it's well over that. It's actually 40,000 points, which makes up that huge shortfall difference that we saw anyways in the points, right? We were assuming we are gonna get a lot from the Crimson Tombstone farming. Nope, that's not the case. Turns out their math sucks, and they just completely ignored one of the decimal places for these milestone points, changing it from 5,000 to 40,000 points. Now that they've actually gone through and taken a look at this milestone, I'm going to assume everything on here is correct, because I would have assumed that they had a chance to look at the scoring method, which is what I kind of pointed out earlier in my video too, which was that they didn't put a limit on the Cosmic Crucible battle. So playing one battle in Cosmic Crucible battles is going to generate you 100 points. This is a very, very important detail, guys, because it means that although you could use the opportunity here to spend power cores to actually get points, however, if you want to completely nullify that and save every resource that you have, you actually just need to maximize your battles played in Cosmic Crucible. Remember, even if you want to clear the room, you can be inefficient as possible. Each battle that you can do, typically each room, you can attempt it 3 times, right? But if you record the defeat, it's going to also add to this, because playing a battle means win or lose. You just got to make sure you don't back out. Back out as in you retreat, which then does not record the battle, but then counts as it counts as an attempt in Cosmic Crucible room, but doesn't record as a battle. So in order to hit this, you have to intentionally lose. You have to intentionally throw in a team and know that they're going to win or lose. And then even if you want to full clear all the rooms, you can do it. Just make sure that you're going to be doing it with other attempts before that and registering it, so that way it is going to be counting towards this. Now, if you're doing this correctly, you only basically have to sack essentially 2 rounds of it, right? So let's just assume that, obviously there's 6 matches, 6 battles within each Crucible matchup, right? If you multiply that 3 attempts for each one, that's 18 That's 1,800 points per Crucible matchup. So even just doing this twice is going to get you to 3,600 points. And then you can be serious about the last and final matchup, and that's going to get you to the 3,800 without spending a single amount of power cores here. Otherwise, if you're going to be efficient as possible, and let's just say you did it, with one attempt in each round, you might actually be getting 1,800 points max, and then that means you're spending at least 2,000 power cores here, guys. So I think it's a no-brainer. It's very unfortunate. It's very bad planning, in my honest opinion, because they're starting off a brand new Cosmic Crucible season, but it doesn't matter because I will sacrifice 1 week of activity for this round of Crucible just so that I can save 2,000 power cores. It just doesn't really make sense in my eyes to blow 2,000 power cores if you don't need to, right? Especially in an opportunity here where there's no limit to the Crucible battles that you can do, and you can just basically throw in teams and maximize this web milestone. It can be a very easy event. I'm probably not going to care about Crucible this week, to be honest, so you guys won't see any footage from me unless I see some really interesting teams I want to try out and counter. But otherwise, yeah, that's gonna be the battle planner, guys. I'm gonna revise this now in terms of the math, but you're getting 40,000 points from here, which means you don't even need to actually farm any of the Crimson Tombstones, and you basically just need to be doing all the war battles, which we already discussed in my earlier event video. So I'll link that below, guys. But remember, we want to be aiming for this oil tanker to the right here, which is slotted in at 73,000 points at milestone 14, right? And again, if you have consistent war battles and you're doing that with some of these Undying team members, you're going to be doing just fine with this event, in addition to saving well over 2,000 power cores. So hopefully this helps you guys. Hopefully you're following this game plan as well, but it's just a huge opportunity here to take advantage of. It's really a darn shame that they planned it this way with the brand new Cosmic Crucible season with an event that's specifically tied back to temps, making completely no sense in my honest opinion, guys. I don't know who plans these events on their side, but they're just a joke sometimes. Just like the common sense here, it just does not make sense. You want to encourage this game mode and you want people to be engaged. Well, don't throw in an event where you're trying to encourage inefficiency and as well as trap folks to using power cores that they don't need to be spending. Just completely blows my mind sometimes how poor their planning is, and that we kind of seen that with the last couple of months and the updates that we've seen, right? Even with the recent pull with Werewolf by Night, and in addition to the Man Thing, it should have been both of those characters, but instead we're having to pick and choose between the two, which is a really darn shame, guys. So hopefully this helps you guys out. Save those power cores, coast through this event. This week doesn't matter for Crucible. Thank you for your time as always, and I'll catch you guys in the next one.